The finale of the three-game set against the Kansas City Royals happened this afternoon. If you guys did not remember, I did say I was going to be at the game if Jose Berrios was going to be on the mound. And he was, and I was there. That's why the video is coming out later. What a ball game, and the Blue Jays, they sweep away the Kansas City Royals. None of that nonsense out of here. Beautiful job of the Blue Jays. Beautiful job from the pitching staff. And the boys get the job done. Fantastic pitching performance from Jose Berrios. Great job by the bullpen. Some timely hits by the Jays offense. Now, going into today's game, we're all jacked up for Berrios. And we hear today, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting his first day off in like 161 games. He has not taken a day off yet. And of course, I'm at the game. The first game back in 2 years, of course, that happens. And Jays fans a little upset about it because of the Jays' first home series. In quite some time, and you sit Vladdy in this game. And I understand people can get upset with that. You also got to remember, the Cleveland Indians / Guardians are coming into town starting tomorrow for a 4-game set. They are 3 games back of you. You can bury these guys. You need to make that push. And you have 4 against the Red Sox right after that. You want Vladdy as ready and raring to go as you possibly can. I understand it's the home series. Everyone wants to see Vladdy. I get it. But today was kind of overshadowed by Jose Berrios, so you could afford that. And he has the day off. You don't really need him because your offense is still fantastic and Brad Keller ain't great. And the Jays go out there and they win it 5-1. They're now 6 games over 500. That dreaded 6 games over. 54-48. The reason I say that, they've gotten to 6 games over 500 like 3 or 4 times this year. They just have not punched through, though. They have not gotten to 7 once this season, and who knows, that can change. The way this team has been playing, it really, really can. Let's break down this ball game, all right? First couple innings, all right, Jose Berrios, he got hit around a little bit. They were hitting a lot of balls hard early on, but being the great pitcher that he is, finds a way to work out of some tough situations and puts up zeros. Because in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, with Reese McGuire getting the leadoff single to turn the lineup over, George Springer doubles to the gap. And Reese McGuire boogieing home. There might have been a play at the plate, but instead Springer starts to go to 3rd. He draws the throw to 3rd, gets thrown out, but the run scores. So you can think about it this way. He could have stood up at 2nd and had the double, but McGuire might have been thrown out at the plate. Now you can look back at the replay and say, well, either way, I understand the move for Springer. You get the run, you're up 1-0. And with the way this offense works, that doesn't mean that's it for the inning. Teoscar Hernandez then gets a hit, then Marcus Semien comes up and he crushes one to left center and it's gone. 2-run bomb for Semien. And the Blue Jays lead it now 3-0, and you just gave Jose Berrios a 3-0 lead, and after that, he just cruised. I mean, he was fantastic. And then in his then in the bottom half of the 4th inning, Santiago Espinal comes up and he crushes one to left field and it's gone. Santiago Espinal, I think is his 2nd home run in the big leagues and 2nd of the season. I'm pretty sure it's the 2nd of the year. I don't know if he hit one last year. But either way, it's his first in a big league ballpark at Rogers Center, and it puts the Jays up now 4-0. And as I mentioned, Berrios just dialed in. Now, he did hit 3 guys and 2 in the 1 inning there in the 6th, and he had bases loaded, 2 out, but gets the big-time strikeout, the emotion on Berrios, and the Blue Jays get Jose Berrios going 6 shutout innings. You could all talk about, well, he wasn't all that great. He wasn't worth much. You got to remember, this guy just showed up to a new team, a new franchise, a new country. He'd been with the same organization his entire career. Then he comes to a totally new organization last night. The next day, he's like, hey, go pitch. I cut him some slack today, but he goes out there and throws 6 shutout innings, so I'm not going to have to. So a great job for Berrios, working through some damage at times, and then having some really, there was one point where he struck out 3 in a row. He was feeling good. The curveball was really going after the first couple innings. He was electric, and then the bottom half of the 5th inning, the wheels just fell off the Kansas City Royals. Reliever comes in, I can't remember what his name was, and he walks 3 straight. Then they bring in another guy. And he walks one. Santiago Espinal walks the bases loaded. Gurriel scores. The Jays do not have to put a ball in play. and they walk the bases loaded, and they walk in a run. That is sloppy, sloppy baseball, but it puts the Jays up 5-0, and they're feeling great. And the top of the after the ninth inning, Olivares hits a solo home run. I think I heard today, I could be wrong with this, that was the player that the Jays traded for Yangervis Solarte a little ways back. So a little bit of... him showing his former team. I don't know. It's a little weird there, but either way, a solo bomb off of Tim Meza. And that is all she wrote. A 5-1 win for the Toronto Blue Jays. They've won 4 consecutive games. They're 6 games over 500. With Seattle losing in brutal fashion today, the Jays are now tied with them. They're with the Oakland A's. I'm assuming you're going to win today. They're only 3.5 back of Oakland. They're 1 back of the Yankees. They're 7 back of the Red Sox going into today's game. If the Red Sox lose today, they're 6.5 back. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're going to be 6.5 back of the Red Sox. It is right there, and the Jays got to keep winning ball games. You can scoreboard watch all you want, but your team has to win. And the Jays have been winning lately. You got to realize, though, the Kansas City Royals are not a very good team. Like the Texas Rangers coming out of the All-Star break, the Jays laid a beat down on them, as they should. And for Kansas City, they laid a beat down on the team that they absolutely should have done. And now, again, you're facing a better team in the Cleveland Indians / Guardians. Starting tomorrow, it's a 4-game set at Rogers Center, and then you have Boston for 4. This 8-game stretch is big because you have 8 games at home here. And the boys are buzzing right now. They got to keep this thing rolling here. The great news for Jays fans, Robbie Ray goes to the mound for tomorrow. That's fantastic news. Now, let's go through the stats real quick. Not too much to talk about because the Jays had 8 hits and 8 strikeouts in the game today. Not too bad. And I don't have any names written down because it was honestly an entire team effort. Not one guy had a multi-hit game. Everybody contributed, did a job. And with Vladdy out of the lineup, you needed that. Obviously Espinal in the number 8 hole had the home run and walked once. Reese McGuire had a hit, and I believe he walked once as well. So the bottom of the lineup getting on base for Springer and Simeon and Bichette and Teo and all these guys at the top of the lineup. It's fantastic to watch the bottom of the order doing something and getting on base. That's what this team needs, is when you get that bottom of the order going, my God, you go to the top of the shop and you're facing, when Vladdy's in the lineup, you got Springer, Vladdy, Teo, Bo, Simeon, not in any of that order. And you can even throw Gurriel into the mix. That's like 6 guys. So if you get, Simeon or Espinal leading off with a single, Reese McGuire hitting a single, you got 2 on, nobody out, and you got to go through those nut jobs through that lineup. It's pretty incredible. So to see Espinal, to see Reese McGuire over the last little bit, getting on base, doing a job, it's nice to see because it allows the guys at the top of the lineup to go out there and mash. Either way, mash. That's probably the better, how it literally went right and then merged those 2 words together. Either way. The pitching staff, we already talked about Jose Berrios. He went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, and walked 1 and hit 3 batters. But either way, no runs scored, and that's the main thing for Berrios. He picks up the victory, his 8th win of the season. And Trevor Richards was fantastic. Went an inning and a third, got 2 strikeouts, no hits, no walks. Amazing job from him. Tim Mays went an inning and 2/3, allowed 1 hit. It was a solo home run in the 9th inning, but really not too worried about that. Struck out 3 guys, and Tim Mays did a job to close this ball game. And I'm shocked they didn't go Dolis, but either way, Tim Mays did a job, finished off the ball game, and finished off the sweep for the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Jays start up a 4-game set against the Cleveland Indians / Guardians starting tomorrow afternoon. So 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Robbie Ray versus Eli Morgan. If you're looking at the numbers, Eli Morgan has an ERA north 7. Robbie Ray is just north 3. On paper, it looks great, but you can't go into a game expecting it to go that way. The Jays got to go out there like they did today and mash. That's the word I was going for sure. All right? Robbie Ray was great in his last outing. He was fantastic in his last outing. We need that again from him. All right? And then Ryu against Plesac in Game 2. So that's going to be a really good one on Tuesday, and I'll be at that one. That's going to be a fun one to watch. All right, so guys, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed today's ball game, because I think most Jays fans did enjoy today's ball game, smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's game. What do you think of Jose Berrios in his Blue Jays debut? Twitter's down below for myself. Follow, send me a DM to like great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys. Jays edition in Game 1 tomorrow evening. Jays, Indians/Guardians. Eli Morgan on the mound for the Indians/Guardians. I don't want to say that every time. I'm going to say Indians because that's what they are as of right now. All right, Cleveland Indians. Eli Morgan gets the ball. Robbie Ray gets the ball for the Blue Jays at 3:07 at Rogers Center to start that big 4-game set against Cleveland. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.